I just wanted to talk a little bit more about my name, Magical Thinking Barbie. I'm actually not, I've never made a video on my name, so this is my first video on my name. I chose Magical Thinking Barbie because it helps me stay humble. I realize that I am definitely involved in a lot of magical thinking in different aspects of my life. One aspect is as far as the environment, you know, we're all involved in magical thinking on how we're going to save ourselves, you know. We think that we're going to come up with all these things to create a safety net for ourselves, but we have not even until 2090. If you see some of the graphs on what's going to happen with all the positive feedbacks that come about, by 2090, it doesn't look like there's really a habitat for humanity. So I do find myself stuck in some magical thinking. And sometimes it's just something that we are all like doomed to be a part of, you know. You have to get to work or you have to get to this place. And if it's storming outside, you can't ride your bike, you know. There's just, and at this point, if like 20 people are riding their bikes, is that going to help anything, you know? There really, I've heard someone say there really has to be a paradigm shift, you know. For one thing, what I've realized is that, and I think I may have mentioned this before in a video, that we are all literally working to waste. We're not working to feed ourselves anymore. I mean, there's plenty of food, like I've said before, to go around. There's plenty of homes that are not being lived in, that, and we still have people living on the streets. So this is part of the magical thinking that we're all a part of, you know. Oh, we're going to get this person off the streets and they're going to be able to be in this job until, well, another person needs that job, you know. So there's a lot of things that we involve ourselves in that is definitely magical thinking. The whole idea of a growth economy is magical thinking. This is a finite planet. The whole idea of building, neighborhoods on cornfields is magical thinking. It's a finite planet. So when you see that, you realize it's almost like we're all doomed to think this way, and we're just all actively going off that cliff. Remember, it's almost 2020. 2090, the graphs show that really it's an unlivable planet at that point. After you get the feedback loops that we are seeing, the positive feedback loops that we are seeing in our weather system, and some of us, you know, I live in Iowa, so some of us are not really seeing some of those feedback loops yet. Yet, I say, because we're in just like that little section that is kind of a sweet spot for right now. But, you know, after seeing that those tornadoes that went through in New York, I mean, we're flat land. If we start having tornadoes like that, I mean, we're messing up big cities, just big cities in, you know, in Iowa, which there's not big cities, but still, I mean, that's shocking. So it really is important that we look to a paradigm shift. Like I said, yeah, I can feel guilty about not riding my bike or whatever, but it's like everyone has to change their magical thinking when it comes to economic growth and what that looks like.